Welcome to another monthly look back at the recent releases from Games Workshop. We're only looking at the skirmish and box game lines, so none of the big war games, but still plenty to look at. First up, we have Killteam, which got a ton of new releases, many already sold out. 4 of the recent Kill Teams finally got their own box. The Felgor Ravagers and the Hartkin were both in the same box, but interestingly, the Dark Eldar and the Inquisition were not. The Inquisition were paired with the Chaos Cultist Kill Team, which you can already buy as a combination of 40k kits. I did recently assemble that Inquisition kit, and I really do like it, but you could just as easily proxy it with all your own cool models. The Dark Eldar came out with the RBTs, but for some reason we're only seeing them in a single box now. The Kill Team also got a balanced data slate, which was probably more of an emergency patch, as it was the second patch for Quarter 3. Overall, some great changes. Kill Team at a competitive level was in a pretty bad state, and this pulled that back a bit. We also saw the new Killteam Annual released. This is very nice, as the individual boxes do not have all the rules you need. For some, the book with the big box is out of print, and for others they were never even released, presumably waiting for this. So this is great to see, but unfortunately there's not much more in it. There's a lot of content in this book, so I can understand not wanting to add more, but I think the annuals are a great place for fun narrative missions, weird special rules, and extra options, rather than just a reprint of the old stuff. Moving over to Necromunda, the Squat Prospectors got a cool new model in the form of this Claim Jumper with his Robo Buddy. We also have the monthly Apocrypha, so it's got a cool story, some extra rules, and a fun scenario. In this case, we get rules from mutant gangers, along with a mutation table reminiscent of the classic Rogue Trader one. The mission is a fighting withdrawal. The defender starts with 5 random gangers, while the attacker gets 10 of their choice. The defender wins if they have at least one not seriously injured fighter on the battlefield, so it's a fighting withdrawal. Underworlds continues its release of every second month. This is the absolutely awesome looking Skabbak's Plague Pack with Skaven from Clan Pestilence. All of the Skaven have Befouler, which staggers any enemy adjacent to them at the start of each turn. So they have a pretty strong disease theme going, which sounds like a lot of fun, at least for the Skaven player. We also have the Paths of Prophecy Rivals deck, which is focused on holding objectives. The reviews I've seen of it haven't been glowing, but holding objectives is a valid playstyle that does favour certain warbands, especially the ones with lots of numbers. Just the one release for Lobo, which is Bile Rot Vomit Flesh, an absolutely disgusting special player for Nurgle teams. This is a Forge World resin model, but it does have an adorable little Nurgling with the cutest helmet. And those are all the big releases. Last month I did add in White Dwarf to these videos because the new bunker idea seemed pretty cool. That was the month we got the new blessings for Warcry, which was really interesting. This month the main skirmish content was again Warcry, but unfortunately just a reprint from the Nightmare Quest box. So August White Dwarf wasn't really of much interest, at least not to me. It looks like September is going to have 4 new Warcry warbands though, so that might be hope for it yet. I'm talking about Warcry a lot, but any of the skirmish content that they have in the White Dwarf, I'll be trying to include in this video. And that's everything. Kill Team is between seasons, and we've seen a release for everything from the old season. There are still a few boxes that deserve repeats, and stuff like the RBTs and Castricans sell out really fast. Necromunda got its usual steady flow of releases. Normally that means Forge World resin that never sees play, but it still adds to the collection. Legions Imperialis is still delayed, hopefully we'll see this soon enough. Warcry didn't get anything this month, although I will be painting up that Seas of Sigmar box to play with Warcry rather than with Age of Sigmar. Like Kill Team, Warcry is kind of between seasons. Unlike with Kill Team, we're not expecting to see anything new, or rather, not expecting to see a new season, but instead we're going to continue within the Gnarlwood, and we've seen previews for a few releases, so I think people are going to be pretty happy with not having to buy more trees. Warhammer Underworlds remains in a steady release scheme, and Warhammer Quest is, I guess, still in the bad books after Cursed City. Hopefully you've enjoyed this quick roundup. I'm always amazed how much stuff GW pump out, and we're not looking at 40k or AOS, so this is a small fraction of their overall releases. Currently, all the game lines seem healthy. I know I gave Warhammer Quest a mistake, but we're pretty much only expecting a few releases every 5 years for that line. It's a bit of a shame, as the simple dungeon delver like Hero Quest is very much in GW's DNA, and if they could only get it right, I'm sure it would be a big hit for them. Thanks for making it all the way to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Each week I put up a new video talking about one of Games Workshop's specialist games. The goal is always to try and make the best possible two-player experience. If this is something you'd find interesting, please subscribe to the channel and comment to let me know what you'd like to see in future.